Hi, I'm Paris, and I saw a late night TV commercial for the Gotham steel pan. They were cooking everything in this. They were even burning things in it, and it just wiped clean. So out in the kitchen, I've got some eggs, I've got some meat, I've got some peppermints with the wrappers on. Let's see what happens.
Epic review, guys.
This is the as seen on TV Gotham steel pan. No oil or butter needed to cook. You can use a mixer, you can use a spoon, a fork. You can't easily scratch it, they say. 9.5-inch diameter. I picked this up for just over $20 at our local Fry's. I'll put a link to it right down below this video. Now it is lightweight, and they say it's made of a combination of titanium and ceramic. They even have a special name for it, Cerama, which is trademarked, but I don't see any mention in there of a patent. This seems to be a reasonably sturdy $20 fry pan, but they claim you can actually use it in the oven as well, up to 500 degrees. They make lots of claims for this. Now, my professional cooking experience is limited to a few months at a Wendy's restaurant in the early 1980s. So I think I can still cook a pretty mean hamburger, but for the rest of it, I'll just have to wing it. On the back of the inset, there's some information here that says you can use oil or butter, but do not use cooking sprays. I don't know why. Also, it says it's dishwasher safe, which is pretty cool for a fry pan. Over here is the warranty. If it's ever found to be defective and not working correctly, you can send it back to them for repair or replacement. Keep in mind, this is a $20 pan. If you send it to them, you need to send them $9.95 to cover shipping and handling. Plus, you have to pay to send the pan to them. This is a $20 pan. I think most people would just buy a new one. Here you can see that the surface of the pan is pretty reflective, and as I remember, regular ceramic isn't reflective unless it has a glazed finish on it. So is it possible there's a glazed finish over the ceramic, and that's what actually provides that non-stick feature? Well, enough talk. Time to go burn some food. That's something I can do. Here we are in the kitchen. Get this fire going. Okay, I have decided to let the pan warm up with no oil and no butter, and grab an egg, break it right into it, try to scramble it using a fork directly in here, and see what happens. It's been about a minute, should be plenty warm. I did wipe out the pan with a wet paper towel. That was it, just in case there was some residue in there. Time to break this egg, and let's see what happens. I don't like using metal utensils in a pan. It just feels wrong. Not quite scrambling how I would expect. Temperature's probably a little high. Okay, and medium heat. I'm surprised it's not sticking worse than this, honestly. It's not quite like I can grab the handle and slide it around. Well, it actually kind of is. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I think my scrambled egg turned omelet is ready. Special treat for Pierre right here, our dog. It's not like I made this for Uncle Pierre. Wow, kind of impressed there. The heat's been off for a couple minutes now, and I wanted to mention picking this up. If I grab it by the end of the handle here, no problem. It just starts to get warm about where my thumb is, but go much past that and try to grab it, and it is really hot. The pan is now cool to the touch. Took about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to see if I can wipe this out with just a plain dry paper towel without even getting it wet. Well, I mean, it's just going around in circles because the paper towel wasn't wet, so the stuff isn't coming out, but I think it's all come loose without any scrubbing. I mean, I need to get a wet paper towel to pick up all these pieces, but they're just going around in circles here. Let's see if there are any scratches, though, to the surface. I see a little residue from the egg on there, but I do not see a single scratch. The Gotham steel fry pan is back to room temperature here, and I've got the chicken for the oven test. Going to take this chicken that still has skin on it, Toss it in here with no oil, no butter, nothing. Now there's only one substance known to man that you can put chicken in and it will not stick, and it is this Reynolds Wrap non-stick foil. It's amazing. You just line a dish with this and none of the chicken or even the chicken skin will stick. It's amazing stuff. Can this be equally amazing? I'm not going to test out the limits of the pan by putting it up to 500 degrees. I've got the oven set for 360. Normally I will cook in a larger pan. These pieces of, am I getting too much in there? Yeah, whatever. I'm going to cook this for 1 hour at 360 degrees and see if it slides right out. Forgot to mention we always cover the chicken with a piece of regular aluminum foil. Keep all that moisture in there. I expect some skin may peel off with the aluminum. Yeah, that usually happens. But what's going on in here? Oh my goodness. Wow. Nothing stuck at all. It just became chicken soup. That could be delicious. Nothing here. No residue, no skin sticking. Well, you can't beat that. Second substance known to man to which chicken does not stick. I cleaned out the top layer of oil. Now that there's not so much left, I'll try to clean it out with this paper towel. Again, dry paper towel. It's congealing. But really nothing's sticking. Wherever I wipe, it's coming off. I wiped it down a couple more times with dry paper towels. Didn't have to scrub, and it's pretty much out of there. Maybe a little bit of oil residue, but really nothing stuck to this pan. Final test is about to be underway. I'm heating the pan up again. I'll get it good and hot like I did with the eggs. Then, just like in their commercial, I'm going to throw some peppermints in the wrappers into this pan. I used to have more of these when I started this video, but I was hungry. Anyhow, we will see if they will not stick. I can't believe that they won't stick when we burn them into the pan, but let's take a look. I kind of hate to do this because I like this pan now, nothing's sticking to it, but the test is throwing these in with the wrapper and seeing if they will scoop right out once they've burned and melted. Oh, I hope this doesn't set off the smoke detector. Oh, it's melting fast, just like in the TV commercial. What about the peppermint? I think it's supposed to turn into a black goopy stuff. Don't recommend you trying this in a pan at home, but I do have to say there's a very pleasant peppermint smell throughout the kitchen right now. Oh, no, now it's starting to smell burnt. Yeah, well, we're getting a big cloud of smoke here over the stove. I'm going to turn this off, and I think that ought to be good enough to test it to see if that black stuff is going to slide right out or not. 10 minutes later, the pan has cooled down, and this is what we are left with. Will this wipe out with just a dry paper towel? I can't believe that it will. Here goes. Oh, it's not wiping. It feels like it's one whole thing that hardened onto it. I did notice it was pretty liquidy right when it was still warm, and it might have come off at that point, but now that it's had a chance to dry. Back to the metal utensils. Oh boy, is that on there good. Wow, if I heat it up again, it may liquefy and come off. But this one was a mess. Decided to heat this back up, liquefy it, and then see if maybe it'll come out with just a paper towel. But of course the pan's very hot now, so I'm wearing oven mitts. Now let's see. Wow. Well, that was all that was needed. It got all the stuff. So that's it so far for the Gotham Steel non-stick fry pan. It passed all the tests. I didn't think it was going to pass with the peppermints, but once they were heated back up, they really did clean out pretty well. I didn't do such a good job of cleaning out every little bit that was left, but the little black specks here just come out with the fingernail. So if it went through the dishwasher, I think it would be pretty much just like new. And that is the question. How well will it still have its non-stick properties after going through the dishwasher once, 5 times, 10 times, cooking meal after meal. Does this last? Does this, whatever the finish is in this, wear off? Only time will tell on that. Remind me in a couple months and I will update what's going on with this pan. If it has a catastrophic failure, I'll let you know in the meantime. But if it just keeps chugging along, this might be our new favorite pan. Again, the Gotham Steel non-stick fry pan goes for around $20. We have a link to it down below this video. And there is a larger version of the Gotham Steel pan. This one's 9.5-inch diameter. The bigger one I think is 11 inches, which would be a nice size. Goes for about $10 more. Again, you can check for those links down below this video. You can keep checking back for the update to see how this is doing in a month or two, or you can click that subscribe button down below. You'll get notified when our videos go up. See you on the next review.
Shopping is easy when you know